Hi folks, welcome to Grey Edge. Thank you for tuning in. I am Prathamesh Bagre and today we will be discussing about key new features of AutoCAD 2019. Each year Autodesk releases new versions of AutoCAD by enhancing some existing tools and by adding some new features. This year too, Autodesk has kept its tradition and added some highly productive tools which could prove to be essential in the long run. So let's begin by discussing the key new features of AutoCAD 2019. So here is the list of key new features. The first major update is in the enhanced graphics section. So I like to divide the graphics updates into two parts. The first update is on the backend process side and the other update is on the visual aspect or the GUI side where the user can identify the new changes. Coming to the backend process updates, the updates are mainly like 2 times faster zooming, panning, changing of draw orders and layer properties. Apart from that, the other updates are in the visual aspect or the GUI part. These updates can be clearly seen in the new flatter designs of the existing icons. So if you notice, the icons in the layer properties or the layers panel and the match properties button, apart from that the trim icons design is revamped. The icons are now much more bolder, crispier and sharper in design for better support to 4K resolution monitors. Apart from that, there are some new buttons that you will find in the quick access toolbar. One is opening the files from web and mobile feature and other is from the save to web and mobile feature. Apart from that, you will find the same feature in the in the save as application menu, drawing to AutoCAD Web and Mobile. So these are some updates. Apart from that, the changes are also in the status bar where the active status toggles are much better highlighted than the deactive ones. So it becomes very easy for the user to distinguish between the active and the deactive status toggles. Coming to the additions, there are some additions in the ribbon. One is the Collaborate tab. The Collaborate tab is a newly added feature and it hosts two features or two commands, Shared View and Dwg Compare. Both these features are new to the AutoCAD family and we will be discussing them in detail as we progress through the video. The next key new feature is Dwg Compare. The main idea of the Dwg Compare is basically overlaying of one drawing over another to identify the changes or the revisions done in the drawing and presenting them in a well manner and also documenting them for the better records. It is a flagship new feature of AutoCAD 2019 and it is extremely useful in the later stages of the project when revisions become quite frequent. So to access the Dwg Compare feature, there are two methods or two ways. One is through the Collaborate tab in the ribbon, Dwg Compare feature, and the other is in the application menu, drawing utilities menu, Dwg Compare. So these are two ways where you can access. So now let us begin by seeing how we can use the Dwg Compare for in our projects. So I have one drawing over here. It's a residential plan. I have saved this file initially and now I'll be doing some changes into it and comparing it to see how AutoCAD presents it for documentation and the records purpose. So here I have this particular chair. It is coming in the way of the courtyard, so we'll reposition this chair or we can remove it. So let's say I delete this file and I'll save this changes. Okay, apart from this, I'll also do certain changes in the text category. So let us see whether AutoCAD identifies the text changes and compares them. And also do certain changes in the hatch category. So I am selecting this hatch and reducing the scale of it. Okay. Also, let us do some changes in the layers category. So I'll start with the layer properties. Okay, so we have this layers list. Take the furniture identity layer and we'll change the color of it, and let's see whether it is highlighted. Okay, so I have done the changes. There are the changes reflected in the plan as well. Now let us save this file with a different name. So I'll save as the file as eProject version 2. Okay, I have this file, so existing file, replace it with the new file. Okay, so here I have the new version. Now let us access the Dwg Compare feature. Okay, now when you open the Dwg Compare button or click on it, you will find this dialog box. Now in dialog box, in this particular thing, you will find a DWG1 and DWG2. That are the two files under comparison. And next to the files location or the path, you will find two swatches. You can click on them and they will be and add a new color, and the files under comparison will be presented or displayed in these two colors. So right now I won't make any changes because both the colors are quite contrasting and it will easy for the user to identify the changes. You can add a new file under comparison. So if you don't want your current file to be compared, you can add a new file as well. Okay, we want the current file to be compared, so I won't change that. I'll add a new file for comparing in the DWG2 section. So I'll select the older file. Click on compare. It takes a moment to present the new file, and if you will see the changes in the GUI, the first is in the files tab section. A new tab has been opened up with compare eProject version 2 versus eProject. That is the file compare, then file name 1, then versus file name 2. Now since this is a independent file, you can save the file as a separate entity completely, and apart from that you will also find a compare tab, a contextual tab opened up, and there are a lot of features in this. Okay, apart from that, the changes in the GUI or the visuals is the color of the drawing has changed. It was something else and now it is not following the layer settings. It's having a common color. And if you see the color settings in the ribbon, it's in the comparison panel over here. So DWG1 is highlighted in green color, the other DWG2 is in the red color, and the features which are common to both of them are in the gray color. And right now if you see on the screen, all the features are in gray, so basically there are no changes in these particular area. Now how to view the changes? You'll find button over here in the change set panel. You have the arrows. Use the next and the previous icons to view the changes. So here it is. the first change in the chairs. The chair that I had deleted, it is part of the E project file, that is the second file, which was the older file in which this chair was there. So basically it is highlighted in red, means it is not there in the new file. So AutoCAD has identified that particular change quite effectively. Plus that change has been marked up with the revision cloud. The revision cloud is a rectangular cloud. You can have a polygonal cloud as well. In this particular situation, you cannot have a polygonal cloud because the object is having a rectangular orientation. Apart from that, you can remove the revision cloud if you don't want, and you can also increase or decrease the margin of the revision cloud by just sliding the slider feature. You can cycle through the different differences. So the second difference or the second revision is in the text category, and it has also been highlighted quite effectively. So I had done a change by adding a hyphen in the walk-in text, so that has also been identified. Now there was also one more change in the hatch section or the hatch category. So if you will find the feature, the hatch button is there in the ribbon, but is currently deactivated. So click on it to activate it, and now the number of revisions identified has been reduced to 1. Click on that, and here you will find hatch comparison. The green color is for the new one and the red color is for the older file, and it has also been marked up with a revision cloud. The revision cloud size is quite small, so we can edit it by increasing either the margins. Okay, you can also do the changes by selecting the revision cloud and going to the properties section. So AutoCAD has successfully identified the hatch changes in the text category, and also changes in the drawing elements. But however, it has failed to identify the changes in the layers category or the layer changes. So you will find certain changes can be effectively recorded or documented, and certain cannot be done. To know which all categories cannot be recorded in the Dwg Compare feature, you can go through the Autodesk website or the Autodesk help tools, where you will find the entire list of all the categories supported in the Dwg Compare feature. Apart from that, you can also change the presentation or the color, as I said earlier. The next command in the compare feature is changing of the draw orders of the file which are overlaid on each other. So if you want to notice the changes, you can see, click on the draw order option, and it highlights the file number which is on the top and the other which is on the background. So this is again for better visual graphics. And the next command and the last one in the category is drawing information. So it basically compiles all the drawing information of the files under comparison. So you will find the DWG project version 2 DWG, its folder path, last date saved, and person who has saved it. You can copy this to clipboard and paste it into the external file formats, and also insert this in the drawing. So in case you are inserting it, it gets inserted as a table. Sorry, scale it down. adjust the table margins. So it requires a certain amount of editing, but so this is how you can basically insert the drawing information and then print it. So you can change the font size of the text, which is currently a very random and in unreadable format, so sorry for that. And then you can format this properly and save this file as an independent file. So let's say save as drawing. Compare eProject v2, that is version 2 versus eProject, and I'm saving this in the desktop folder. So this particular file then now can be shared with the other stakeholders in the project, and the changes can be recorded, and following the discussions, next progress direction of the project can be finalized. The next feature in the key new features list is AutoCAD Web and Mobile feature. Okay, so discussing about this, it is the latest addition to the AutoCAD family. It allows the users to access the original AutoCAD files directly from any web-enabled device. So it also enables the users to create new files from scratch, view and edit the existing files without the need of installation of a new AutoCAD license. So let us discuss this in detail. Okay, I'll work on this file. To access the web and mobile feature, again there are multiple ways. The first is in the quick access toolbar, where you can open an existing drawing from web and mobile, that is the cloud service, and the other feature is to save the existing drawing, the currently open drawing, to the web and mobile for sharing purpose. The other way is in the application menu, save as drawing to AutoCAD Web and Mobile. Same as open drawing from AutoCAD Web and Mobile. So to access the AutoCAD Web feature, you will need to have web enabled service, that is a browser. So to access it, you can type the website address web.autocad. Okay, so it initially asks for an Autodesk login. I have already logged in into the app, so I can see the list of all the files which are currently in the web service. You can click to open on the existing file, or else you can start a new drawing as well. So let us click on the new drawing feature first. I'll name the file sample. Great. Select the drawing units. I've kept it as metric, so I'll be working on the file in the metric. Now this web app has a very similar user interface as the desktop version of AutoCAD, and it also has all the key drawing, modifying, annotating tools, and also changing of layer properties, viewing the layer properties. So it's a very compiled feature, compiled version of AutoCAD app, and it doesn't require installation of a AutoCAD software. So it saves a license cost, and you can also do all the basic access all the basic commands. So here you will find the measure tools, drawing tools, revisions, match properties, and apart from that you can also access the different views which are already been done in that particular file. So, and also the properties of the selected objects. So let us just start with the rectangle, and if you notice, the interface is very similar, but I am right now working on the Google Chrome browser, so you cannot make out the difference between the AutoCAD desktop app and the browser app. Let us add some text into it. So the text size is quite large, we can reduce it. So if you see in the properties section, certain properties are listed, and however it has some limitation. The web app cannot create new textiles or new layers. You will have to work with the existing layers from the offline file that you have received. If you are creating something from scratch in the web app, then right now at this particular stage, you cannot access the style features of any of the category. So we can hope that the AutoCAD team might add those features in the upcoming versions. Okay, so this is how you can create a file and you can save it. You can save the file. So that particular file is right now being saved in the folder. Let us try accessing this file in the desktop app. So I'll go to the app, open from web and mobile. So here I have the file listed. Open it, and you can find the file objects display. So this is a very cool app, the Autodesk web app, the AutoCAD web app. Similarly, in a similar manner, you can access the AutoCAD web feature on the mobile as well through the AutoCAD mobile app. uh, and you can find more information regarding the platform that is available on the Autodesk website. So this is all about the AutoCAD web app. So it takes one step closer to the smooth BIM collaboration by facilitating and editing the existing drawings and sharing the file changes with the other teams in the office. So it also removes the need of the new additional license, so it saves the license cost, and you can view, edit, or create new files on the go on any web-enabled device. The next feature in the list is shared views. Now, talking about this feature, Autodesk has picked up in the views category updates from where it left it the last time. Last year there was an update called named views, and this year Autodesk has enabled all the AutoCAD users to share those named views. So it basically allows to publish the design views of your drawing in a web browser for viewing and commenting and do the markups and changes. So to access this feature, you can go to Collaborate tab in the ribbon and click on Shared Views. You will get this palette opened up, and the first thing it will ask is to log in into your Autodesk account. So log in into the account. I've already logged in. Then click on the new shared view. When you click on this, it will ask you to name the view that you want to share, and Do you want to share only the current view or any existing model views and layout views? Now there is one limitation to this particular feature. Like right now in this particular file, um, I have 4 to 5 different layout plans and layout views. If I want to share that particular file or this particular views using the share model view and all layout views, I don't have the option of selecting a single layout and sharing it. It will by default share all the layout views. So again, hopefully we can expect some update in this category in the upcoming versions. Apart from that, it will create only 2D views, and that is one option, whether you want 2D views only or do you want to share the 3D views as well, and whether you want to share the object properties, so like accessing of the layers, accessing of the textiles, fonts, etc. So all these also extent of information that can be shared is controlled by the user. When you click on share, it will start the sharing process in the background so that your desktop is not occupied and you can continue working on the project. Once the view has been shared, it can be accessed on any web enabled device on any browser, and you don't require an Autodesk subscription to view the file. An Autodesk login is only requirement for viewing a shared view. However, a subscribed user can only create a new shared view, but for viewing only an Autodesk login is required. So it removes the need of sharing your DWG files, which are basically a matter of concern of secrecy and confidentiality. Plus there are no requirements of creating PDF layouts, and also the requirement of carrying large size blueprints on site is reduced. The view can also be shared as an email link or a URL. So you can share it as a URL to any other stakeholders in the project for viewing it, and the users can then give their inputs through text markups and comments. So all those updates can be seen or can be listed in the shared views palette, and accordingly you can also revert to those comments and the markups. So it basically allows again a smoother collaboration and one more step closer to the BIM process. Hope you like this video. This is Prathamesh signing off. Stay tuned in for more such updates on Revit, Navisworks, 3ds Max and BIM workflow. Thank you.